Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some more crazy stuff to talk about. The cheater from yesterday, Zeffs, did come out with a full response, and guess what? He was caught lying. We're gonna go over his entire response and then check out some pro player replies as well as mine. It's pretty crazy, guys. We're sitting here and we're waiting to see if Epic is going to say anything. We have a ton to cover, but before we jump into that topic, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the situation going down with Skeptic on Twitter. So it does seem like Twitter completely terminated and banned Skeptic's original account, which had thousands of followers. It's absolutely crazy, and you'll figure out why in the beginning of this video. If you guys are excited for this information and I am the first one to bring it to you, reward me by dropping a like on the video. But now, without further ado, let's jump into it. And we'll start off with this unfortunate situation coming out from Skeptic. So if you go on Twitter and you search up his old name, Skeptic, it'll say, sorry, that page doesn't exist. They completely deleted it. That means it's gone, guys. They got rid of it. So Skeptic made a new Twitter called Free Skeptic, and he tweeted this out. Sup, guys? So Twitter banned me for no reason because I was 12 and 9 months old when I made my account. So can we all spam hashtag Free Skeptic on Twitter and like and retweet anyone who does Free Skeptic, cause this sucks. And then he linked to this photo down below in the post. Your account is locked. Skeptic, our terms of service require everyone who uses Twitter to be 13 or older, and we have determined that you did not meet the minimum age requirement at the time this account was created. Your active ad campaigns have been paused. For further details to understand whether it is possible to restore access to your account, please visit this form. Then he tweeted this out below as well. It's also my birthday, so I'm so sad. Can we get one retweet? Oh my god, Twitter literally terminated and banned him on his birthday, which he just turned 15, by the way, for something literally 2.5 years ago when he was 12 years old and 9 months. He made his Twitter account and now they're taking it away from him. Like, what? Doesn't Twitter have better things to do right now than to take accounts away from 15-year-olds that made their account 3 years ago because they weren't 13? What? That doesn't really make sense. Go ban all the people harassing and spamming terrible stuff. I don't know, guys. I feel pretty bad for Skeptic, and also the fact that it's his birthday really sucks. So go follow Free Skeptic on Twitter and tweet out hashtag Free Skeptic, guys. This is absolutely crazy, but you guys want to know what's even more crazy? Yes, Zeffs Response from the cheating allegations that came out yesterday, and he was caught lying. Now, before we jump into it, I don't know if this means he's 100% guilty and he did team and cheat, but it definitely makes him look really bad, and it makes this situation even more sus. We have a bunch of stuff to look over, guys, so let's jump into it. Zeffs' original post said this. Here is my response to the false allegations of me during the World Cup, with a twit long down below, and now let's jump into that. This is my response to the false allegations of me cheating during the World Cup. Yes, I know who Bad and Woogie is, but I also know half of the people playing in the qualifiers. I'm bound to run into people that I know or who have played against before. I had no idea he was going to land there, and I had no control over where he chooses to land, but in 1 out of the 10 games I played, he chose to land in the same spot as me. According to the video provided by High Sky, Woogie didn't see the pump, went for the dualies, and got into my LOS. He then tries to go and pick up the pump, but due to a looting/pickup bug, he probably failed to grab the gun, and I was able to finish the kill. I can't speak for the second guy, as I would never land on 2 people fighting. It's something I can't comprehend or put reason/meaning to. And for those people saying that Jesty is my friend or that I'm good friends with him, I'm not. Whatever Jesty did during the World Cup qualifiers and his actions have nothing to do with me. He is a 14-year-old who has seen me play at Toronto Lands. I'm 22 years old. Jesty landing on me is as good as any fan landing on their favorite streamer or pro player. I'm innocent and will leave it up to Epic Games to review the situation. Now, I will say, guys, it is innocent until proven guilty, and we're just covering this situation, but he was caught lying, which we will jump into soon here. But first, let's go over this response and take a look at some other replies coming out from pro players like Chap. Chap responded and said, can you explain how he was able to get into both of your games and land on you guys? Makes no sense in my opinion. Zeffs responded and said, nothing is stopping anyone from looking at any player's live replays during the tournament. The first half of my games were at Fatal Pirate Camp. Realized it was too contested, so I switched back to my old drop, which is Volcano Pirate Camp. Chap responded and said, watching a player's replays does not get them into your game first try though. And then Fortnite BR Live responded to this conversation and he said, there is a 10-minute delay in replay files. How does he know when you are both about to queue and get it precisely? Now this is an amazing response to what Zeffs said. Zeffs said, oh, well he just took a look at our live replays to know when our games were ending and queued with us at the same time to snipe us. Well, it doesn't work like that because the replay system is delayed by 10 minutes. That means you have no idea when their game is going to end until it's actually been over for 10 minutes. So that means Jesty would have to sit there and predict when their game is going to end, which is just completely random. There's no way to know. And then if you say, oh, he just queued when the replay ended, well then Zeff's going to be in another game because there's 10 minutes. He's not going to be sitting in queue for 10 minutes. And I've seen it delayed way more than 10 minutes. If you're like me and you stare at the leaderboards because you have to make videos on it, you'll notice once all the games have finished, it'll still say that players are in games for like 30 minutes after. It's beyond inaccurate. And you want to know what's funny? He uses this as an excuse, but guess what? Yesterday, Zeff didn't even know that there was replays that you can watch from every single player during the World Cup. Take a look at this screenshot between Zeff and an editor who wanted to make a video out of his qualifying games. He messaged him and said, do you mind if I take a video of your World Cup games? I made one on Commandments first week and it got 35k views. Also, I already said in Mogrel's chat earlier, but congrats. Obviously, good job. And then Zeff responds and says, I didn't do any recording or clips. Of course you didn't, because you were likely in a Discord call with your teammates and other players feeding you. Likely. Not saying it happened 100%, but likely that's why you didn't have any clips. And then the editor says, I can do in-game replays, just checking before. Zeff doesn't respond, and later after the accusations come out, the editor sends this. Oof, and this gif. I guess you didn't realize that at the time. And now let's jump into how Zeff was lying. Germ responded and he said this, legitimate question, why would you lie about knowing Jesty if you had nothing to hide? And then a screenshot of Zeff yesterday when the accusations came out, lying and saying, I don't even know who Jesty is. I mean, we already know in his response he said that he's a fan of him, so he definitely knows who he is. So when the accusations came out yesterday, Zeff 100% lied immediately to try to deflect any blame. But then Zeff responded to this and he said, how am I lying? Just because Jesty knows of me from competing at Toronto Lands doesn't mean that I know him. Just because someone saw me and knows of me doesn't mean we are friends. Are you sure about that, dude? Because here's a Twitter post from 2 months ago saying congrats to the top 4 played in the competition in the championship rounds, and it's a picture of Ronaldo, Zeff's teammate, Jesty, and another guy. Which, by the way, in the video yesterday, Ronaldo, who is Zeff's teammate, also got fed a kill by Jesty. So the fact that Jesty landed also where Ronaldo and Zeff was and died to them literally feeding kills, like you can see it obviously in the clips. So with all that happening and then your teammate taking pictures with him at lands, I'm pretty sure you guys are at least somewhat close. And then we have even more proof that you're lying here saying you don't know him or associate with him, you just go to lands with him. There's literally a video on your channel, Zeff, that shows that you and Jesty playing together. Roll it. By the way, this was in December, so 5 months ago you were queuing with him, you've been to lands with him, your teammate has real life photos with him. But yeah, yesterday when the accusations came out, you said, I don't even know who that guy is. You definitely got caught in a lie here, and that does not help your case at all, because clearly from these clips, Jesty is suiciding to you and Ronaldo. And just so if anybody's new around here, you guys can see exactly that this Jesty guy obviously fed them kills on purpose. Let's roll the clips.
Well, that's
okay, let's see. Oh, you see 2 kids fighting down here? Who's contesting this drop? Not a gun in sight except that purple gun. You already see 2 kids fighting? That's the chest. crouches, grabs it, runs in, takes all those mats, doesn't grab anything, purposely shoots the brick. Purposely shoots the brick for this. You know, some really good piece from Zeffs here, though, on two insanely talented players that were not in the running anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty clear, guys. Jesty fed them kills on purpose, and they do know who Jesty is. They're lying about it. Tinny responded and said this: Jesty landing on me is as good as any fan landing on their favorite streamer or pro player. How unlikely is it that a fan of yours gets into the same game as you and lands on you when you aren't streaming? Good fortune, I guess. I completely agree, and I just have to say, Tfue streamed this tournament with 200,000 viewers, the most popular player on the planet, and he didn't get any fans or pro players or anybody suiciding to him because they're a fan of his. His response was awful in my opinion. Nothing made sense. None of it comes together. He lied. That's just my opinion from the looks of all of this. He does seem guilty. We're gonna have to wait and see what Epic says though. Who knows if they'll respond. I hope they do, and I hope they make the right decision. That's gonna be it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like on it. You can also subscribe for more daily content like this. And also, I just want to drop a hint here, guys. Kungarna is probably going to be picking up an insane controller player real soon. Stay tuned. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.